Now, people in Nigeria's flood-hit northeastern Borno state are struggling to get medical care as overwhelmed aid agencies warn of an outbreak of waterborne diseases following the worst floods to hit the region in 3 decades. United Nations humanitarian organizations and agencies are rushing to assist scores of newly displaced people after torrential rains caused a dam to collapse and floods to hit the area. Here's a report.
In a camp for people displaced by floods in Nigeria's Borno state, Bintu Amadou is among hundreds of people who've been waiting for hours to see a doctor. Her son had diarrhea. She says she's been waiting since yesterday to no avail. Overwhelmed aid agencies have warned of an outbreak of waterborne disease amid the region's worst flooding in 3 decades. Hundreds of thousands of people, like Amadou, have been forced into displacement camps without food and clean water. And that's stretching aid agency and government resources, exacerbating a critical humanitarian crisis.
The demand is so massive, the needs are so massive.
Matthias Homare, a field coordinator for Médecins Sans Frontières, said that Borno residents were already struggling with malnutrition following years of a jihadist insurgency in the region. And that means their immunity was already suppressed.
People are living out and about, they are exposed to the environment. So what do we see? A lot of waterborne diseases, diarrhea, the diarrheic diseases. You've got malaria. Malaria is around with a lot of mosquitoes. People are not able to sleep under mosquito nets.
The floods, which have killed more than 30 people in Nigeria, started when a dam burst its walls. That's after heavy rainfall that has also caused floods in Cameroon, Chad, Mali and Niger. In the last 2 weeks of August, more than 1.5 million people were displaced across 12 countries in West and Central Africa due to floods. That's according to the United Nations Humanitarian Office, which said around 465 people have been killed. Nigeria's government has separately warned of rising water levels in the country's largest rivers, which could cause floods in the oil-producing Niger Delta in the south.
American rapper and music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in New York after being indicted by a grand jury. The arrest comes amid an ongoing federal investigation and a wave of lawsuits alleging sexual assault. Recently, former Danity Kane member Don Richard filed a suit against Combs on September 10th, alleging verbal abuse, assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Though the charges why he was arrested are not clear. A statement released by Combs' attorney said, and I quote, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the black community. He is an imperfect person, but is not a criminal." The music mogul has been under mounting scrutiny since a 2023 lawsuit by his former girlfriend, Cassie, accused him of sex trafficking and years of abuse. Last week, singer Don Richard filed a lawsuit accusing Combs of sexual assault, battery, sex trafficking, gender discrimination and fraud in the Southern District of New York. Combs denies the allegations. The same month, Combs was ordered to pay $100 million in a different sexual assault lawsuit to Derek Lee Smith, who accused Combs of drugging and sexually assaulting him at a party almost 30 years ago. Combs is one of the most influential producers and executives in hip-hop and was a hugely successful performer. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.